So, man, time to focus on Bournemouth. We enjoyed tonight. But yeah, I don't personally think Arteta is going to be happy because he just looked vexed. He don't look happy. I mean, he'll be happy he's got his points, but for me, he does not look happy. I think he's going to get onto these boys. If we was to microscope the performance today, first half could have been a lot better. I think you saw, we're still a young team. We still have that thing in us, really, because we weren't terrible at the start, but we weren't looking after the ball a bit better than we could. We didn't really look like we knew how to break them down. The quality of the pass, the transitions, the first and second balls, we did initially struggle collectively and individually. But sometimes in the Premier League, it's got to be that, really. Obviously, the goals gave us something. As I said, I enjoyed the second goal, even though Saka's goal is the more wavier goal than Martinelli's first. It was a fantastic one from Saka. Love to Zinchenko. I just like that goal because we forced the issue. We talk about being a high-intensity pressing side. That is why we do it. Not every week someone like Gay is going to be dilly-dallying in possession. Nothing to do with us. Go and ask the question. Second half, clearly we got into halftime and we can do a lot better. We should do a lot better. Despite the fact that we scored 2 goals at the tail end of the half and kind of glosses over it, we can play a lot better. Partey came on. He's like a safety net. He's like a handbrake. Zinchenko, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli. Everybody started to bring a Trossard. Not a single player I can't praise. Everybody started to offer a lot more. For the fact that they were sitting back for the majority of the game, even though early on in the first 10 minutes, technically Ramsdale to make a save and Pickford didn't. I think Gabriel and Saliba, they coped with the physical test today. Not that there was much, but they did. And obviously Ramsdale's helped us a lot. And even though I think Zinchenko's more highlights today are in the final third, he helped Ramsdale mop up at the end. So, yeah. And in the second half, we was a lot less open on the transitions. There was a couple of times where Everton broke. McNeil forced a save from Ramsdale. Obviously, there was that time where Neil Mupé's been invited to shoot for no reason, for whatever reason. I don't know why we was doing that, but we was in it. So, yeah, man, we walk away with that. True, if Everton scored first, could have been a different game. Confidence levels could have dropped. It happens, man. But there's been times we've conceded first this season and gone on with it, man. So I do think there was elements of being patient. We knew we'd have to be patient today. As you lot saw, my prediction was 3-0 Arsenal. I was 1 off with 4. So, yeah, man, it shows we can be clinical. It shows we can defend. It shows we can suffer in moments. It shows we can win. We can do decisive things in the game at important moments. What I like is, the young players are doing what they need to do. Granit, Jorginho, historically this season, since he signed, Partey, Trossard and Partey more often, the experienced players are standing up to be counted. Age is kind to Zinchenko, but in our young squad, him and Odegaard probably fall under experienced players as well. Probably Benjamin White as well. And obviously I'd say it's nice to see Smith Rowe, Eddie get some minutes, Smith Rowe, Vieira, Tierney get some minutes. Would have loved to have seen Kyrgios to be fair, towards the end of the game, we had to make some saves, but you would have thought he could have made his Arsenal debut, got 1-2 minutes to play under his new fans and whatnot, but it weren't meant to be, man. Saliba made his job today to win every header in our defending box. Decent defense today, and Gabby was solid. Yeah, man, it's going to go over everyone's head because we've won in that, but, we've got to look at the whole pressure. The high press did force Arsenal to make some errors naturally. I think we as fans don't take into account the massive emphasis tempo plays on the game, which is true. Well, I know I do, but yeah. The effect of Trossard while Modric goes 007, not writing him off in that Chelsea team, but man, we do not have space to carry anyone anymore. Boy, I'm liking the fact that we are believing in our gameplay and staying patient when it's not going our way. Exactly. Is Nelson still unfit, or is the bench just too full for him to get a place? Probably a bit of the two. Jorginho handled the physical high press well enough, but he's struggling against the physical side. I don't even think it was that. I think Jorginho was just a bit wasteful in possession today, unlike him. But it wasn't a terrible foot. It's not always your day. And if Jorginho's going to pick a game to have a wobbly game, I'd rather it today, innit, or against Bournemouth. So I don't think he was that bad. I just think literally collectively as a team, we was moving a bit mad in the start of the game. So I think first 10 minutes, everyone was, there was a couple times, when we play these passes around the corner and that couple times we was going to sleep, the passes are not coming around the corner. Initially, like even with Zinchenko and Gabriel, as good as I thought there was the Mupé chance, even Xhaka on a couple of occasions, like we're looking at someone else to kind of mop up. It looked like we was, I don't know, we were still a bit sleepy really. So I think Arteta would like to see a better start, but we scored and changed the landscape of the game, the landscape of the game and the aspect of the game that we did. That obviously forced Everton to stick or twist. In hindsight, maybe Everton and Sean Dicey threw in the white flag too early. You know, at halftime they brought on Holgate, we brought on Partey. That showed you we was going to have a lot more attacking intent, and we looked after the ball a lot better. We moved it around a quicker. There was more interchange in play and the rest of it. While it was 4, we all know we probably should have had about 7 today. You know, Trossard should be on the score sheet. Eddie, unfortunately, should be on the score sheet as well. I say unfortunate because both of them are good enough to bag. Maybe Fabio Vieira and things like that. But, you know, and it's nice to see we've had 5 shots on target, scored 4 goals. Everyone in the front 4 is as Trossard didn't look happy not to score, but everybody got something. Odegaard's on the score sheet. Saka and Martinelli are. Assists where Trossard and Saka are concerned. You know, Zinchenko showed his importance as well. Still waiting on the Benjamin White goal, man. I think he deserves it, but it weren't forthcoming today. So happy, man. Just like you guys and girls are, really and truly. So, yeah, man, that's all we can really say, really. Everyone can go to sleep or start their morning or whatever. Shout out to you lot operating out of different timestamps, people. In relation to my next Arsenal-related watch along, we're watching Bournemouth on the weekend. That will be at 2 p.m. because we kick off at 3. We'll have to watch that on the stream again. I'm watching El Clasico with you lot tomorrow, people. And tomorrow at 11:30, any Arsenal news that emerges from now till then, we'll speak about it. And also, I'm going to watch this game again and we'll go over it from a tactical point of view as well as all your questions. Also, at 3:30 tomorrow, I'm going to have like an Arsenal panel show. I've got some creators I'm going to have on. So, yeah, man. Benny Blanco going to slap one from outside the box. I was wishing on Partey to do that, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah, man. Can't wait to see you on the old Jamza highlights, DG. Big up you lot, man. The comments are a bit ferocious, but yeah, Bill Slayer, I appreciate that. At the end of the day, if we keep this up, we win the league. It's in our hands. I don't want to talk about the league, bro. I don't know about none of that. Let's, like you said, if something's in our hands, just keep doing what we're doing. Big question. Do Arsenal rotate away or same team? Well, you'd imagine, you know, if Partey stays fit, I'd say Partey probably comes in for Jorginho at Bournemouth. I think you keep it the way it is. I don't know. It all depends on the fitness levels and if this guy needs to rest and that guy needs to rest. You know, on one hand, you'd imagine against Bournemouth, Tomiyasu, Tierney, Fabio Vieira, these guys can get some starts, but then again, you kill the balance and you kill the fluidity of the team. Right now, you take Zinchenko out the team, you kill somewhat our nucleus of getting the ball forward. That being said, for Granit Xhaka as well, if I'm completely honest with you. So as much as you could get away with Tierney against Bournemouth, I don't think you literally make it harder right now for us to score goals. You know, would love to see more minutes for Smith Rowe, but you know, you've got a relatively informed or some sort of effect that Eddie's bringing to the table. You've got Saka, obviously being Saka. Martinelli's been decisive in the last 3 games, regardless of what you say about him. There's a lot of rough edges in his game, but he's been doing what he needs to do. So the front 4 are working. You know, the only change I could imagine would be Partey for Jorginho if he's fit, really and truly. Be harsh to Jorginho because he's been good, but Partey's got to get in somehow. You know, I think I've called on Granit to have a decent game. It's not that he hasn't had a decent game, but I want him to get kind of back to the old form he had. I think he somewhat had that today. So I'd imagine Jorginho out for Partey. If anything, other than that, it stays the same. But you could make changes. I don't think we'll make changes until at least the first leg against Sporting Lisbon. I don't know if that's wise away from home in the Europa League. But yeah. But as you saw today, with some of the subs with Saka, Zinchenko, Xhaka, you kill the game, man can get some legs, save their legs and get some other players some minutes. It all counts. Man, like DG, when are we going to chat about Arsenal? Going, love your insights to our games. Watching from LA, shout out the LA ones. I think him adopting this to such an aggressive way has now become a staple of how we play and dictate games. DG, I take a bow to you. Your commentary was title worthy. No, I take a bow to you lot, man. Without you lot supporting the channel, it's ridiculous, man. Regardless, man, you lot are amazing, man. I don't know about DG style. Brilliant win for Arsenal. Played some good football in the second half. Again, if I microscope it, Leicester, I think we was good over the 90. Probably last 5 minutes got a bit mad, but we wasn't good. We needed to be a bit more clinical. In this game, we was clinical, but we didn't have across the 90. We weren't as good as we could be. Villa, that could be said as well. Obviously, you know, yeah. So I think, and even going back to City in the league, you know, first half we was quality. Second half we went missing. So we kind of need to arrest that. But it's nice to start the month strong. You know, carrying the form that we had at the end of the month. We just got to keep going now. You know, there's 6 points on the line this week. Now we enjoy tonight, tomorrow, Bournemouth. It don't matter who scored, what we did today, who did this, who did that. Again, irrelevant. Now let's put on a run of form. There's only a couple of games left of this season. I say a couple subjectively. There's plenty of football, as you lot know, but we just need to keep going. We really just need to keep going on that. On that note, though, people, I'm going to get some cut clips from this live stream out for you lot. I am going to do a smaller condensed review of this game. Make sure you're turning on your notifications, you're subscribing, you're watching the other videos. All of these things helps to boost the time, you know, the what do you call it again? The YouTube algorithm and that. Thank you for you lot's support, you lot's questions, you lot smashing the like button, subscribing, following on Twitch. If you're in American Gooner's case, subscribing with Amazon Prime, gifting out subs. It really is a pleasure to be here talking football before, after, during the game, day in, day out with every one of you. So, yeah, man, with that, it's time for me to shower and eat. It's been a long day. As I said, tomorrow, 11:30, we'll review this game again and go over anything else. 3:30, it's going to be a next bit of content. We're watching El Clasico tomorrow. I will be on Rancy's stream if we're doing that. And, yeah, man, Saturday, we're watching Arsenal-Bournemouth. So, yeah, man, you lot, stay blessed, stay safe, take care of yourselves. Hope you lot from away from Arsenal who had a great start to the month. Appreciate you lot for tuning in. I hate to say goodbye, but what more is there to say, man? In light with us scoring 4 goals, I reckon I could have got some minutes today.
Against this right back, Charlie.